Well, that was some homecoming. Obviously, they're a very good team. We came out, I thought our kids competed very hard, but that's a very good Louisville team. We struggled early to find a flow offensively and couldn't really get back in it. And they stayed after us, really did a good job turning us over. You can't play a team like Louisville and have 27 turnovers. And that was the difference in the game. But I give them all the credit. They're a very good basketball team, and they did a very good job getting the win tonight.
How good do you think this team can be defensively, especially with so many interchangeable kind of parts out there?
You know, I don't know if they, and I'm not trying to make, I don't know what their weakness is. I watched a lot of film on them. I've seen them improve just in the 3 games so far this year. Their size, their length is unbelievable. They get after you. Russ and Peyton are nightmares to deal with. Then you have Gorky in the back. If you don't have Gorky, then you got Shane and Montrez. You have so many weapons. You know, even guys like Zach and Steven are giving them very quality minutes. There's no let off, and I think that's what makes them so special. I think 1 to 10, 1 to 11, they really come after you.
And how big of an adjustment did you guys have to make without being?
That, you know, and not an excuse. We couldn't adjust because it happened Friday night, doing an 85-2 drill. It was a fluke thing. We were practicing at a gym that wasn't ours, and he slipped and fractured his ankle, so we couldn't even have time to really put in things or do anything different to adjust. Not that that would have made a difference. That team, that Louisville team was very good, and they were better than us today, and they're going to be better than us and most teams.
See, how difficult is it to guard Russ, and what's he improved on since you coached Steve and now you coach against him?
Yeah, the game seems to come very easy to him right now. I don't think he's forcing anything. I think when you watch him play, he used to force things a little bit and try to take some things on. It seems like, and really the whole team, they make things look easy that aren't easy. We get after him, we press him a little bit, we speed him up. He pulls up now for a mid-range 18-footer, 15-footer, knocks it down. His freshman year, he would have taken that to the rim. They're just a really impressive team, and you can see the growth. I can, especially from being around them intimately so much. You see the progression. Like Peyton Steve was unbelievable tonight. He didn't have one of his better games, but the whole game, I hear him talking, leading, doing everything right. You know, just a very well-coached team, and they're very good players, and that team's going to be very good.
How difficult, weird for you coming back here just to be on the opposite end of coach?
Yeah, half the time I had flashbacks. I was going to start coaching the Louisville team. I mean, I was start telling Peyton what to do. But you know, it's very weird. I have so many great memories here and so many, you know, what coach has done for me. If it wasn't for him in Louisville, I wouldn't be where I was, and I owe him all the credit. And you know, what Louisville's done for me is, you know, it's really special to me. So it's very special for me to come back here and you know, see so many good friends and faces.
Steve, was there a time when you really thought you might have Russ at Manhattan?
Oh yeah, no, he was coming to Manhattan. We had a, you know, coach sometimes. Yeah, I thought we had him. I thought he was coming to Manhattan. Things weren't working out too well, but you know, coach has an unbelievable way of. He did it with Edgar. You know, all of a sudden he tells guys to leave, and then they become terrific. So you know, I'm going to start doing that. Transfer, get out of here.
Coach, can you tell me a little bit about what you see from Donovan? This is kind of a homecoming for him. He was on a state championship team here in Kentucky. Can you just tell me a little about what you've seen from him this year?
You know, I brought Anthony Epson to talk to the team today because Donovan has so much skill and talent. He reminds me a lot of Allen Edwards, a guy I played with at Kentucky. He's just so nice. I've never met a young man who's so nice. Yes, sir, no, sir, all the time. I need him to go get in a fight. I mean, I need him to, and I don't mean that literally, but I need him just to assert himself more. When he starts becoming aggressive, I think the sky's the limit for him from a basketball standpoint. He's very fundamental. He's a great young man. He works hard. He's just a terrific player, and I think he could be very, very good down the road.
Coach, how much practice were you able to get in with the Hurricane? Talk about what that did for your preparation for this game. I know you didn't get the exhibition in.
Yeah, we obviously this was the first time we played under lights, you know, and I say that everything was a scrimmage. We didn't have a gym. We didn't have electricity. You know, New York City had a hurricane and a nor'easter in the same week, which is kind of unheard of. I give our kids so much credit because not one time did they make an excuse. They just did everything I asked. We were practicing at about probably 12 different gyms this week, all crazy hours. And really, basketball was secondary. It was really, we were concentrating more on life and other students and student athletes. It was, to see it firsthand, you pull into our gym, there was a tree that went through a car, knocked down all the electric. You couldn't even get to our gym. And it kind of was just a reminder of how bad things were. And I'm not saying taking anything away from this game because had things been perfect, I don't think, you know, the outcome would have been different. Louisville's terrific. But I'm so proud of our kids because of their mental fortitude and ability not to make excuses for anything, just come out and represent the college the right way.
how have your players been affected in terms of their families and?
No, you know what? They've actually, so no major things have happened, but a lot of on campus and friends, other student athletes were affected. So that obviously takes a toll on us. When there's no power, you're watching film in a classroom, you're walking through having practice in a cafeteria. It has an effect, and I'm proud of them because they didn't say boo about it. They just did whatever I asked, and I'm really I have a great group of young men.
How were you guys able to out rebound?
I told the team, I had Charles Oakley here, I said, if you don't ever rebound the team, he's going to kick all your asses. So it's pretty simple. So yeah, I'll rebound. No, Ramel and Roberto and Emmy, I mean, this kid is Superman right here. I mean, how he does it, he's just, when he decides to play and stays out of foul trouble, he's really tough to stop. And I think that's one thing we do. We physically, we get after you a little bit. We have some very tough kids who play hard. And, our big thing for us was we wanted our guards to get on the backboard and rebound. And they did a good job of that time. Now, obviously, we shot a low percentage, so we shot 35, so we had more opportunities to have offensive rebounds. But they did a good job on the glass.
Michael, can you talk about just how difficult it is with the pressure that Russ and Peyton put on as a guard?
Can you repeat your question, please?
Yeah, can you talk about just how difficult the pressure is that Peyton and Russ put on you as a guard?
They got after me, myself, and the rest of our teammates pretty good. We just didn't do the little things like step to the ball, and that starts off with me. So I take that blame for the team.
And just that early shooting that you guys had, how much of that was based on that pressure? How much of it was just maybe the preparation, the difficulties with the preparation that you guys have had these last few days?
No excuses. We all should have done the little things. For example, like I mentioned before, step to the ball and just get into our offense. So if we would have got through the pressure, it would have been a little more easier.
Any other questions? Anyone have anything? It was great seeing everyone. Thank you.